Hi everyone, today we are on Module 5 of Level E of VMath. We are on operations on fractions and relationship to decimals. This is Lesson 13, so please turn to page 49 to follow along and take notes. Getting started, if we look here, we can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are shaded in. So we would say that is 5 out of 10. 5 tenths. Now we can simplify that because 5 goes into both 5 and 10. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So 5 tenths is equivalent to 1/2. It's the same. Here we have the same column of 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then across is 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a hundreds grid. So that means it is out of 100. So we can do this in a couple ways. We can go by hundreds first. So there are 10, 20, 30 hundreds shaded in. But we also know that 10 over 100 equals 1/10. So this is also the same as 1, 2, 3 tenths. So we can say 3 tenths. But if we were simplifying the hundreds, we would have 30 over 100, and we could divide both by 10. 30 divided by 10 is 3. 100 divided by 10 is 10, so that proves that it is the same. 3 tenths is equal to 30 over 100. Here we have 0.75, but if we read this as a decimal, we would say 75 hundredths. It's in the hundredths place. If we think about this, I always think of quarters when I think of 175 because 25 can go into both of those. 75 cents is the same as 3 quarters. So 75 divided by 25 is 3. And 100 cents divided by 25 is 4 quarters. So 75 over 100 is 3/4. It's the same as. This next one, we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. So the number is 35, but it is in the thousandths place. So now we need to simplify by that. And if we think about this, 35 is kind of interesting because 1,000 can't be divided by 35, but both of them can be divided by 5. So if we do 35 divided by 5, we get 7. And then if we do 1,000 divided by 5, we get 200. Well, 7 is a prime number, so the only other factors it has is 1 and 7, and 200 cannot be divided by 7. So 7 over 200 is as simplified as it can get. So 35 thousandths is the same as 7 200ths. Here we have, it says the decimal, then the decimal in word form, and then the decimal as a fraction. So it is very important that we are able to read and write decimals in word form so that we can make it into a fraction. Sometimes it is much easier to work with fractions than it is decimals, so you want to be able to quickly make it into a fraction to help you. So this decimal is 0.3, we would say 3 tenths because it is in the 10th spot. So then we would write this as 3 tenths. So since we can say it and write it, it makes it very easy to write it as a fraction. Here we have 61, and it is in the hundredths. So hundredths, remember the TH indicates that it is in the decimal place. So 61 hundredths, 61 hundredths. Very easy to write as a fraction. And then here we have 23, and again, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, we're in the thousandths. So thousandths place. So again, 23 thousandths makes it very easy to write into a fraction if you know how to say it. So as long as you know your place values, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, it makes it very easy to make it into a fraction. This says, write each decimal as a fraction in simplest form. So now we are going from decimals to fractions. So I'm going to be saying the decimal and as reading it as it should be read. So this is 0 and 6 tenths. It's in the tenths place. We can simplify. These are both even numbers, so they can be divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 6 tenths is the same as 3/5. Number 6, we have 17 hundredths. 17 hundredths. The 1 is in the tenths place. The 7 is in the hundredths place. Number 7, we have 125 thousandths. Again, tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. These can both be divided by a larger number. So sometimes you need to think about it, and actually, if we think about it, they can both be divided by 125. That is a factor of both of these numbers. 125 divided by 125 is 1, and then 1,000 divided by 125 equals 8. Now, if you don't get there the first time, that's okay. Let's say you did 125 thousandths, and then you divided top and bottom by, let's say, 25. Okay, so 125 divided by 25 is 5. And then 1,000 divided by 25 is 40. Well, you can simplify again. 5 over 40, it just takes a couple of steps. It's okay. We know that both 5 and 40 have a factor of 5, so 5 divided by 5 is 1, 40 divided by 5 is 8. You get the same answer. It just took an extra step to get there if you did not know that that was a factor. If you didn't know that 125 was a factor, that's okay. All right, number 8. There is an 8 in the hundredths place, so this is 8 hundredths. We know that 4 goes into both of these. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 100 divided by 4 is 25. So 8 hundredths is the same as 2 25ths. So before you work on your own, write an equivalent fraction for a decimal using symbols. 0 and 8 tenths, that equals 8 tenths. Okay, then that equals 4/5. So for decimal tenths, rewrite the decimal as a fraction with a denominator of 10. Then write the fraction in simplest form. So this is in the tenths place, so you would write it as 8 tenths. The next one is 0 and 44 hundredths. So for decimal hundredths, rewrite the decimal as a fraction with a denominator of 100. Then write the fraction in simplest form. So that equals 44 hundredths, and then you can simplify, divide top and bottom by 4 to get 11 25ths. And then this one is 0 and 105 thousandths. So 105 over 1,000. So for decimal thousandths, rewrite the decimal as the fraction with a denominator of 1,000, then write the fraction in simplest form. So then you would divide top and bottom to get 21 over 200. Divided by 5 on top and bottom, sorry. Okay, on your own, you're going to complete page 51. This is a lot of new information, so rewatch this video if you need help. Ask your teacher for help, and always, always, always show work, because it will help you make sure that you have the correct decimals and fractions. All right, good luck.